Welcome to week 3 of Rural Social Work. This week topic is new threats facing the rural communities. The learning objectives for this week are understanding of new threats and challenges facing rural communities and social workers' role in mitigating these challenges for rural sustainability. The topic extends to what we have covered in the first week, the rural context. It focuses upon current threats and challenges facing rural communities in the 21st century. Although climatic conditions impact upon both rural and urban geography and populace, however, its impact are experienced differently by both communities due to diverse socioeconomic and cultural aspects that we have already explored in the first week. The incremental changes caused by climatic conditions has changed the landscape of rural Australia. Increase in lingering drought in certain regions and spread of desert areas and rise in catastrophic events such as floods, rising sea levels, tsunami, hurricanes, and bushfires have impacted upon geography, demography, socioeconomic and cultural lives of regions affected by it. The current threats of climate change has further impacted on our ability to produce food and thus raised question of global and national food security. Currently, there is a greater emphasis on biofuel produce due to decline in oil reserves worldwide. To develop greater understanding of climate change and its impact, 2 reports are significant. United Nations Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change and Gornet Report. Please also refer lecture notes for more details on these 2 reports and its findings. I have also provided a list of journal articles, links to recent video clips, documentaries that discuss impact of climate change on rural communities, and you will find that within this week tab. We also need to understand how changes in demographic factors due to changing climatic conditions such as population growth, decline of population in rural and remote areas, migration of working age population and youth from rural areas is impacting food production along with global focus on certain types of crop, that is biofuel crop. There are also multiple factors that have affected water security such as lingering and widespread drought, population growth, over-allocation of irrigation licenses, and climatic conditions changing water levels. International Fund for Agricultural Development reports said that 2/3 of world population is facing some sort of water insecurity. You will also notice politics at global, national, and local level when it comes to making decisions about water distribution. Along with various reforms proposed by Liberal and Labour government to manage Murray-Darling Basin, there is also a commercial angle to it. Water trading, commodification of scarce water resources. This is particularly relevant for human service workers if they have to adopt a holistic approach in understanding impact of multi-dimensions on the health and well-being of rural population. Recently, you would have noticed in media report that many industries have closed down in recent years in Australia. Industry decline in Queensland, Western Australia and South Australia has been in news over the past 2 to 3 years due to decline in mining activities, coal seam gas projects halt, and changes in cattle livestock industries. These changes in economic activities have been detrimental to rural economy and sustainability, affecting overall health and well-being of rural and remote communities. As a social worker, we need to aim for understanding how climate change impacts upon vulnerable population, especially those living in rural and regional areas, and what strategies and approaches might be useful to work with rural communities. To extend your learning for this topic, please read the recommended book chapters, watch videos, documentaries, and 2 journal articles. As part of your online activity assessment, you are required to find one story related to rural disadvantage in recent years in media and provide a 100 to 150 word summary of the story and the link to the story on a collaborative wiki page. Please note, this wiki page will be included in the online activity assessment. Next week, we will look at social policy and social planning in rural social work practice. Bye for now.